All right, thanks, guys. We are currently hitting 73% in our last 50 daily double picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also 3-0 in our last 3 teasers on that site as well. You can find that information in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. Once again, the link for that site is in the description section below. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and slide into some NBA action. We have the beginning of the 2019 season happening tonight. So let's go ahead and dive into it, beginning with the Pelicans taking on the Raptors. That's going to be an 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Toronto. The Raptors are -7, total 231. We did see a half a point move toward Toronto, a movement upward on the total. The Raptors open 6.5 up to -7. Total open 227.5 all the way up to 231. 53% of the consensus are leaning toward Toronto. 54% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Pelicans are plus 255 on the money line. Now, obviously, Zion Williamson not playing tonight for the Pelicans. And if you're into historical trends, New Orleans is just 3-7 straight up in their last 10 ball games taking on Toronto. Now, the Raptors, they're led by Siakam, who just got that real nice deal. Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Fred VanVleet. We're actually going to see, hopefully, a little bit more of OG Anunoby this year. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard left the club, but still led by a good core group of guys. Toronto, 15-5 straight up in their last 15 games, taking on the Western Conference. They're also 5-0 against the number in their last 5 games played on a Tuesday. I know that's a crazy trend there, but just keep that in mind. They are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 on a Tuesday. Home game, defending champs. This should be a game favoring the Raptors and their backers. I'm going to lean Toronto -7 and the under 231 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. Happy Tuesday. The beginning of the NBA season is finally here. I know I've been waiting for this since June. But anyway, before we go ahead and move on, just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We do daily plays on that site. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We're hitting currently 73% in our last 50 daily double picks. We're also 3-0 in our last 3 teasers, which, of course, once NBA and college basketball get going in full swing, combined with NFL, we get very, very creative in our teaser picks. But once again, 3-0 in our last 3 teasers. You can also access my current record right on the homepage. The link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. Now we're going to go ahead and slide into our next game, and it's going to be the Battle of Los Angeles. That is the Lakers taking on the Clippers, 10:30 Eastern tip-off in that matchup there. Now, we did have a good old-fashioned flip of the lines in this one. The Lakers right now are -3. The Lakers are -3, total at 226.5. We actually saw a 4-point move toward the Lakers. The Lakers open +1, now -3. Total open 227, down to 226.5. 60% are leaning Lakers, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Clippers are +140 on the money line. The Clippers are led by Kawhi, Lou Will, Montrezl Harrell, Mo Harkless, and Landry Shamet, who, if you don't know about Shamet, he was traded in the middle of the season last year, but great from the, from downtown. The guy can shoot. When he's hot, he can get the job done. Now, the Clippers are 15-5 straight up in their last 20 games played in October, so that is a historical trend that's going back a couple of seasons. The Lakers, on the other side, just 3-7 straight up in their last 10, taking on the Clippers. They failed to cover in 6 out of those 10 games. The Lakers are also just 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games played in the month of October. Got to lean toward the underdog in this one. I'm going to take the Clippers +3 and the over 226.5 in that game. And we're going to go ahead and slide into our quick pick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. I got the Clippers +3, over 226.5, and the Raptors -7, and the under 231 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to Pittsburgh Gentlemen, PA. Shout out to YL. Demetrius Milonis, Carmen Pagano, Karate Body, Eric Leo. Shout out to Joe Morris, my good friend Joe Morris. Shout out to Vinny Smooth, Alexander Mercado. Shout out to Hustle Wilson, 201 Lifestyle. Got to show some love to my man Bo Dunn, who has a YouTube channel of his own. He does sports picks, content very similar to mine. That is Bo the Blind Capper Dunn, and a great guy, great friend. And if you have some time, make sure you check out Bo Dunn on YouTube. Shout out to King Clark, Danny J, Charlotte P, Mike Wilkerson, Brian Williams, Munchy Crunchy, Renarino RMZ, and last but certainly not least, shout out to David Cobble. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. NBA has begun, and that's going to do it for me. That's it. We got 2 games, 2 picks. Actually, 2 games, 4 picks. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. We do daily plays on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We're currently 73% in our last 50 daily double picks. We're also 3-0 in our last 3 teaser picks on that site. You can also access my current record right on the homepage. You don't even have to sign up for anything. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And as always, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. Now we're going to go ahead and slide into some NHL action. So let's go ahead and get into some of that. And like I said before, just got to welcome you to the show. Happy Tuesday to you. We're currently 73% in our last 50 daily double picks on Patreon. We're also 3-0 in our last 3 teaser picks. Link for that site is in the description section below. Now we have ourselves a very nice slate of NHL action. So let's go ahead and dive into that, beginning with the Coyotes taking on the Rangers. That's going to be a 7 o'clock puck drop in New York. The Coyotes are -115 on the road, totals at 6. Not a whole lot of movement with regard to the total. We did see a nickel move toward Arizona in the early wagering. Arizona open $1.10 up to 115, totals at 6. 56% of the consensus are leaning toward Arizona. 72% shaded toward the under. Right now the Rangers are -105 on the money line. Arizona +225, laying the goal and a half. The Coyotes are 4-2-1 overall for the year, 3-0 against the spread away from home. Of course, when I refer to the spread in the NHL, I'm referring to the puck line. So once again, Arizona 3-0 against the spread away from home. Second in goals allowed, 3-0 straight up in their last 3. Now New York on the other side, just 2-4 overall for the year. 28th in offensive shots, 30th in shots allowed. Now total-wise, the Rangers are 5-3 to the over in their last 8 taking on the Coyotes. I'm going to lean Arizona -115. And the over 6 goals in that game. Next matchup, Maple Leafs, Bruins, 7 o'clock Boston. Now this game is currently off the board. No lines currently posted for this game. Typically for the NHL, they do get those lines posted at about noon Eastern Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. But currently this game is off the board. No lines currently posted for this game. Toronto is just 4-6 straight up in their last 10 taking on Boston. 21st in goals allowed, 21st in shots allowed. Boston on the other side, 8-3 in their last 11 at home taking on Toronto. They're also 8-2 straight up in their last 10 taking on the East. They're 5-1-2 overall for the year. Of course, that's the Bruins. Boston, 4th in goals allowed on the year as well. So although we don't have any lines, I think Boston should get the job done at the Garden. Give me the Bruins winning this one outright for some money line cash.